You've seen them everywhere, right? These portable solar kits. They look so clean, so compact, so convenient. But behind that sleek design, there's a secret that could be costing you a whole lot of money. So let's break down why these kits are so expensive and figure out what you're really paying for. So let's just get right to it. Here's the big secret. You're paying a massive premium for that convenience. We're talking 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times what the actual electrical components inside are worth. The big question is, why? Now, I get it. The appeal is totally obvious. It's all about convenience, right? No complicated wiring, no reading dense manuals. You just get a simple box that works right out of the gate. Plug and play. But what are you really buying? Well, when you strip away the fancy plastic case, what you've got is just a pre-assembled solar system. You've got a battery, a charge controller, and an inverter. These are the exact same components you'd use to build your own system. They've just been put together for you. And this is what the marketing really leans into, right? That all-in-one, portable design is pitched as being perfect for things like camping, van life, or even just as a simple emergency backup for your home. Okay, but let's talk about the real cost. To figure that out, we have to look past the marketing hype and use one simple metric that reveals the true value of any energy storage system, whether it's a portable kit or a custom DIY setup. The key metric here, the one that cuts through all the noise, is something called cost per watt hour. It sounds technical, but it's super simple. You just take the total price of the unit and divide it by its battery capacity. This gives you an apples-to-apples way to compare the value of any system out there. So let's do some quick math. Say you've got a $1,000 kit with a 500 watt-hour battery. You divide 1,000 by 500, and you get $2 per watt-hour. Okay, hang on to that number, $2. All right, now check this out. This is where it gets really interesting. If you were to buy those same components yourself, a 500 watt-hour battery, an inverter, a controller, it would only cost you somewhere between $300 and $500. That works out to as little as 60 cents per watt-hour. That's that massive 2 to 4 times price difference we were just talking about. So you're probably asking, where is all my extra money going? Well, a big chunk of it is that convenience fee, for sure. But you're also paying for some, let's call them hidden compromises. See, to cram all that technology into one little box, you have to give some things up. Let's actually look at what's going on inside the box here. The battery, yeah, it's high capacity, but it's totally sealed. You can't replace it, you can't upgrade it. The inverter, they'll talk about high surge output, but because it's packed in so tight, the cooling is terrible, which limits how much power it can put out continuously. And the charge controller? Sure, it's got modern tech, but it's fixed. You can't just add more solar panels down the road. And that cooling problem, that's a really big deal. When electronics get hot, they have to slow down to stop themselves from cooking. It's called thermal throttling, and it basically means you're not getting the performance you thought you paid for, especially when you need it most. And it's not just about throttling. There's this whole chain of inefficiency happening inside that little box. Think about it. Every time the electricity gets converted, you lose a little bit. You can lose up to 5% just getting power from the panel to the controller, then another 10% from the controller into the battery. And then, when you go to actually use the power, you can lose another 15%, going from the battery through the inverter to your device. All those little losses add up, and a big chunk of that stored energy just vanishes as heat. And all of this leads to some pretty significant risks. You've got overheating inside a sealed plastic box, not great. The battery gets worked harder, so it degrades faster. And because you can't get inside, you can't check the wiring, you can't replace a simple blown fuse. If any one component fails, the entire unit is basically a brick. So if you're not paying for top-tier performance or serviceability, what are you paying for with that huge markup? Well, it's something we can call the convenience premium. This chart really says it all, doesn't it? Look at that. The actual electrical parts, the battery, the inverter, the controller, that's only about a third of the cost. A third! The rest, that's going to branding, marketing, the engineering it took to shrink it all down, and just putting it all together. You're paying way more for the shiny box than for the actual power inside it. Look, the goal here isn't to just bash these portable kits. They absolutely have their place. It's about empowering you to make a smart decision by really understanding what you're getting and what you're giving up. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? You are making a trade. You're trading performance, the ability to expand, and long-term value, all for that upfront simplicity. And hey, for some people, that's a perfectly valid trade to make. So that really brings us to the final question. And this one's for you. Now that you know the whole story, the hidden costs, the thermal limits, the lack of repairability, what do you value more for what you need? Is it that grab and go, plug and play convenience? Or are you looking for better performance, more value, and something that's going to last you for the long haul? There's no wrong answer, but knowing the trade-offs is everything.